What if getting rich didn't require giving up lattes, budgeting every dollar, or obsessing over spreadsheets? What if being rich was less about what you sacrifice and more about how you design your life? In I Will Teach You to Be Rich, Ramit Sethi breaks down personal finance in a way that feels like a breath of fresh air. No guilt, no judgment, no skip your morning coffee lectures. Instead, he offers a system, a mindset, a path that says you can spend extravagantly on the things you love, as long as you cut mercilessly on the things you don't. This isn't just a money book. It's a book about freedom, clarity, and owning your financial future on your terms. Let's dive in. Ramit Sethi's approach begins with a radical idea. You don't have to be perfect with money. You just have to be intentional. He calls this a rich life. But here's the twist. You define what that looks like. For some, it's travel. For others, it's freedom from debt. For others, it's never having to check a price tag at dinner. Sethi's system isn't based on guilt or scarcity. It's built around automation, clarity, and conscious spending. He walks readers through creating a conscious spending plan, a flexible framework that includes guilt-free fun, savings, investing, and fixed costs. And instead of focusing on budgeting minutiae, he focuses on big wins, choosing the right bank, negotiating bills, setting up automatic investing. Because 85% of personal finance success doesn't come from tiny daily choices. It comes from setting up the right systems and letting them run. And that changes everything. One of the first things Ramit challenges is the outdated advice we've all heard. Cut back, budget harder, give up the things you enjoy. But that doesn't work, because deprivation leads to resentment, and resentment leads to giving up. Instead, he introduces the concept of money dials. What do you love spending on? Travel? Fitness? Convenience? Turn those dials up strategically. Cut ruthlessly on things that don't matter to you, but spend freely on the things that bring joy. Another big shift? Stop waiting for the perfect moment to start. Ramit teaches the importance of starting now, even if it's imperfect. Whether it's opening a Roth IRA, setting up a high-yield savings account, or automating credit card payments, the momentum matters more than precision. He also explains the power of automation. Bills paid automatically, savings transferred before you spend, investments happening without your effort. This removes decision fatigue and makes good habits effortless. And most importantly, he urges you to think long-term, to invest early, to ignore market panic, to see your money not as a source of anxiety, but as a tool for building your version of freedom. Because a rich life isn't just about having more money. It's about using money to create more life. So how do you build your own rich life? Step 1, define it. What does rich mean to you? Not in someone else's terms, not based on Instagram, your version, your priorities. Then, build your conscious spending plan. 50 to 60% for fixed costs like rent and food, 10 to 20% for long-term investments, 5 to 10% for savings, 20 to 30% for guilt-free spending. Yes, seriously. Next, automate it all. Your paycheck comes and money flows where it needs to go, without you touching it. Use high-yield savings accounts for short-term goals. Set up a Roth IRA or 401k for long-term investing. And automate payments to avoid fees, stress, and forgetfulness. Negotiate your bills. Sethi even gives scripts to lower your credit card APR, cable bills, and more. And finally, enjoy your money. Buy the shoes. Take the trip. If it fits into your plan, it's not irresponsible. It's powerful. Because a rich life isn't about hoarding. It's about alignment. It's about using your money in a way that feels true to who you are. There's a moment in the book where Ramit says, most people go through life never asking what they really want. They just inherit goals, dreams, and fears from others. But money can be a mirror. It shows us what we value. It gives us the chance to ask, what kind of life do I actually want to build? And once you ask that question, you've already started the journey. Because a rich life isn't a distant dream. It's built every day through small, intentional choices, through systems that serve you, through clarity, consistency, and confidence. So if you've ever felt like money was confusing, stressful, or just plain boring, this book is your chance to flip the script. You're not behind. You're not broken. You just haven't been taught the right way to think about wealth. Now you have. The next step is yours to take. If this message helped reframe your thinking about money, I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi is your next must-read. It's a personal finance guide for people who want systems, freedom, and a little fun along the way. You'll find the link to get the book in the video description. And if you want more TED-style book breakdowns like this, subscribe to Book Snap, where we turn the best ideas from the best books into real, usable insight. Because money should serve your life, not the other way around.